Hi, this is Jules Aurora on Front Row Live.
What's up, guys? Rob here, Front Row Live Entertainment. I am finally sitting down with Jules Aurora, and I'm excited to be talking music because it's a lot's happening right now.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
We've been wanting to do this for years.
Yes, it feels like a long time.
Yeah.
So, you're in this new era of music, and I love how the evolution has been from the previous stuff that you've released to now. I feel like you went from, the song Heartbreaks to now you're like being empowering. You're empowering women. Talk to me a little bit about that transition and just kind of figuring out your sound and who you are today as an artist.
Yeah, I think ever since I was a kid, I've always loved R&B and pop. I've loved both so much. But I think through my heartbreak phase, which was like 2.5 years ago, actually everything before that too. All of my songs were always ballads. They were always sad songs. And I think as I started healing internally, like working on myself and focusing on my own personal growth, my music also has evolved. Yeah. And I've just stepped into this new era of like feeling very confident. And I think it just translates like into my music. And I'm really happy that you're seeing that and that my followers are seeing that and people are recognizing that, because it's been such a transformative journey. And I'm really proud of like the music that is coming out of this. So it starts at the heartbreak and then it goes all the way through the healing and now the empowerment.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I do notice that it's also changing your tone, your vocal tone, the ranges that you've been hitting, the way that you kind of sing these tracks, because it's like, I feel like earlier it was very more ballady, more mellowed down. And I feel like now you're really coming at us when we're listening to it. So, talk to me a little bit about like kind of, I guess, rediscovering your voice as you continue to evolve in your music as well.
Yeah, it's actually crazy because I've always been able to sing low. Like the very first verse of Out of Your League starts out like super low. And I've just never showcased that. And it's kind of this grown, I don't know. I think I've always been in like Disney princess mode, which is like a huge part of who I am, And the thing is that like I love Disney. Like I'm very feminine and girly and like, but I also have this side of me that's like, I love being sexy. I love like embracing that. It's empowering in a way. And I think dance actually really brought that out for me. And I really wanted to showcase something different, like in Out of Your League. I wanted to show my range and just like that power and that confidence. It's like a grounded sound, I feel like, when I'm singing down there and when I'm belting out like the high part.
What about your songwriting though? Because it's also grown with, I feel like everything that you're doing, it's all growing together. There's no pieces where like you feel like you still need some growth. Like everything's just coming along together. So like the songwriting process, like how do you feel that you've been challenging yourself to write better lyrics, to kind of like try different things when you're creating these songs? Yeah,
I feel like songwriting is always a growth journey, and just being an artist, like there is never a time where I will be like, oh, I'm good, I'm done growing. Like I'm always evolving. I think that's the most fun part about life and about music, is like it's always changing, and I love that as we change, our music changes too. And I think with songwriting, I don't know how I challenge myself to be a better songwriter. I always am on my notes app. If you look at my phone, there's like song inspo, and then it's like even words that inspire me, or like texts that I'll screenshot, or memories.
Gotta watch out
that
with those text messages.
Yeah. Watch out with the text messages, because I have screenshots.
The receipts are there.
Just kidding. So just anything that inspires me. And then with the Out of Your League concept too, I like had this vision, and I don't even remember, I think that was actually like a note that I had in my phone, and then it evolved into what's now going to be this whole world that we created for the visual, which is dropping next week.
Oh man, it's coming.
So,
it's
I'm
coming.
so excited.
And that's the cool thing about you, that you're doing this yourself. Everything from start to finish, like the song, the music, the music videos, like everything, you are in control. But it's, there's times when people are like doing everything, but something is lacking because you're focused on something else. But I feel like you've been able to evenly divide your focus on everything that you've been creating. So like what is that balance like for you? How do you kind of figure those extra parts out yourself?
Wow. Well, thank you for seeing me, because it really is. It's like, it's crazy being an independent artist. You know, you're the creative director, you're also executive producer, you're also the head of marketing and figuring out the look. I actually like styled everything for the video, came up with the concept. Like, I had the best team in the world though, to help me like bring the vision to life. But I think like the fruition of like all the ideas, and that all came from my brain. And it's crazy, like, because it's been so stressful but so fulfilling. And I think balancing everything is, I'm a type A person, so I have a content planner, and I have like categories. I'm like, this is my music stuff. This is like this is my execution plan. This is also what I'm doing for modeling, and then what I'm doing for acting. And I think all of the different categories of art, it all feeds into each other.
Yeah.
So that's something that I love about this industry, is like, if I focus on one thing, it helps the other thing grow too.
Right.
So I do love that. But just the whole creative process, like, and being an independent artist, while it's challenging, it's very fulfilling to have that control, because I feel like a lot of artists maybe that do have big labels probably don't have as much of a say as to like what gets put out.
Or they don't know what's going on.
Yeah. And I love being like a big hand in like the creative process. Like it's the most fun part. And I love every step of the journey, honestly.
When it comes to the producers, you're mentioning the team, but you know, you work with a small group of producers and you know, other people in the studio. So what is it about them that like really drew your attention, and why do you feel like they're so special to this body of work that you're working on?
Well, I want to give a shout out to Drea. She's my producer. She's amazing. She is also Filipina, and I've always put relationships first when it comes to work. Like I catch a vibe with the person first, and like if we have good energy, then I know we'll work great together. And I think that's how I built my team. Like my main producer for my music, Drea, she was my friend first, and we like saw each other at events. And then she's like, "Hey, I do music," and I was like, "Oh, me too." And and I also love working with females. Like she is such a badass, and I think there needs to be more female representation in music. I can't even name another female producer I've worked with.
Especially producers.
And as far as like my visual team and stuff, it was 99% female. I think there was two males on set. One was playing my ex-boyfriend. But yeah, we love the girl power over
That's
here.
awesome. That's awesome. And how do you feel like she challenges you? You've been with her for some time.
Yeah.
You've worked on different types of songs, different genres with her. So how do you feel like that she challenged you to step it up this time around, especially vocally, with these 3 songs that have been out so far?
Well, Drea is the same as me in the sense that we both have a very good ear in the sense of like being picky about stuff. So we'll comp things in the studio together, which I love because, and for those of you guys who don't know, comping is like when you get the best sections of each breath and word and put it together to make like the best line. And I'm just a perfectionist when it comes to that. So I feel like I hold myself to a high standard, but Drea definitely pushes me like with the harmonies and the layering. And we've grown so much. Like we started writing 2.5 years ago. And it was a lot of acoustic stuff it started out with, and the R&B stuff. And it was actually crazy for Out of Your League. I finished a dance class the night before, and I came into the studio. And one thing I love about Drea is she's always down for anything. Yeah. And I'm like, I want to write a badass girl power anthem. That's what I want to do today. And she was like, okay, let's do it. And then I like gave her a couple of references, and we just went for it. And that's what I love about creating. And she's amazing. Everyone that I work with, I think, is incredible. They all push me, especially my choreographer too. Like she really pushes me to a level that I didn't even think I could get to, even with the vocals and stuff too. Like
Yeah.
I'll listen back to the song, or I'll watch the first cut of my music video. I actually watched it last night for the first
Oh.
time. And I'm like, who is that?
Yeah, how'd you feel?
I don't know. So it's definitely important to surround yourself with people that believe in you, inspire you, and push you to be better than you think you can be.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And this time around with this music video, you were mentioning that there's more dancing.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
choreography. So, you know, you've been going to sessions and classes for some time already, but, you know, for this specific particular music video, like what was that process like?
Okay, so this is the first music video that I've actually fully danced in, which is so exciting for me. Like ever since I was little, I danced. I did like ballet and tap when I was like 3. And then I was on a little hip hop club in high school. But I've always like had this urge to like feel like a pop star, you know? I just like, and I love performing. Like I started out in musical theater, and that was like where I started honing like the acting, music, and dance. And then, so this process has been like an absolute dream from start to finish. I started just taking class every week, and then I fell in love with it.
Nice.
And dance also translates to life in a lot of ways. Like as I found my confidence in dance, it also translated into just like the way I show up in the world.
Yeah.
And, as far as the rehearsal process goes for Out of Your League, we did a couple private sessions, just Marissa and I working on, and Marissa Hart is my choreographer. She's incredible, but she's the one who's basically taught me how to dance in heels too, in 5-inch heels,
Yikes.
which is, it's not easy, but we did like a couple private sessions, like workshopping the choreography. And then we had to cast dancers. Initially it was 4, but I was like, no, I want 6. So I have 6 dancers, and we did 2 full, like 2-hour rehearsals with them. And then the day before I was dancing for like 4 hours, and my whole body hurt, but it was worth it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see it. I mean, just the little clips that you've been showing, and just like the promo for Out of Your League has been incredible.
Oh my God,
I love like the photos that you've been releasing. It's like, it's really like, she's a badass.
My friend texted me, and I put it in a slideshow on a carousel. He wrote, "You went from saddie to baddie."
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I was like, that needs to
Yes.
be the tagline for like the whole
There
entire
you
project.
go. Or the title. I don't know.
Saddie to baddie. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, because baddies get saddies too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But we're not in our saddie era. We're not in our saddie era. We're in our
That's
baddie
long
era.
gone.
Yeah.
That is long gone. What excites you most about this body of work that you're working on?
Oh my gosh. I think what excites me most about this whole project and album that's coming is that I really hope that people can relate to it, especially women, because we've all been there. We've all been, you know, well, I can't say we've all, but I went through like the worst breakup ever, gaslighting, cheating, everything. And taking that and alchemizing it into music is so healing, and finding my strength in my creativity, and finding that confidence that I always wanted to step into, and finally stepping into it. I feel like that's a journey that everyone can relate to, not only women, but you know, we've all like gone through hard times. I feel like everyone is going through that, and being able to come out of that and be resilient and come out stronger is like the whole theme of this project. And I was actually just creating the intro of the album too with my producer, and we started it out with like sounds of a storm, and then there's a bunch of harmonies and vocals and stuff, and then it comes out with like birds chirping. It's very much a metaphor to the journey.
No,
so I hope people can relate to it.
And you kind of did that with Out of Your League. You did the phone in the beginning. So like the phone call, right? So it's like, I love, you know, growing up listening to music, I always loved when like artists would have those kinds of sounds. You don't get too much of that today. You just dive right into the music, but you give us these like extra sounds that kind of make us start to paint that picture. And I feel like that's what you're doing. So
Oh my gosh,
that's cool.
thank you for recognizing that. I'm so honored that you like notice all of the little details.
The details are there.
Yeah, like it's so great because I had so much fun like coming up with that idea too.
Yeah.
Initially, I was like, what if the phone rang and then it's like your ex calling?
Yeah.
And then we just put like a voicemail. So initially we had a generic like sound bite of a voicemail. And then I was just sitting on my couch one day and I was like, I'm going to record some like really sassy options. And then it just came out like, it's probably because you're blocked. But in case you were wondering.
It's like, damn, that was a really good intro.
It was just me being fun and having a blast. Like, you know, we all have that one ex that we just, ugh, that's blocked.
Yeah, exactly. They don't get mentioned unless it's in song.
Exactly. So I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I'm glad you're having fun doing it. It's a good time for the music that you're creating. I feel like you needed to kind of figure yourself out musically as far as like what direction you wanted to do and what you wanted to like release to your audience. And, you know, we're here, this is the era. So I'm excited and I'm looking forward to it. But I guess to close us off, like for the audience, for your newfound audiences that are just finding Out of Your League, like what is something that surprised you during this process, like that you weren't aware of before?
I think with Out of Your League, I've never had a song resonate this much with women. And that's been not surprising, but very humbling and amazing just because, I mean, I wrote it for a woman. So I am very grateful that it's resonating, you know? And I think I was just more shocked that like, wow, like it's actually hitting the way I wanted it to, you know? Like, I feel like also the fact that it's a positive song is very different for me. I think in the past, writing heartbreak songs, I would attract a lot of people like in their vulnerable eras and like and in those dark spaces of life which we all go through. Like I've definitely been there. And this song has the most surprising thing has been just people resonating with like, oh, this, I had one comment and it was a woman and she was like, is it weird that I'm married and this song makes me feel so empowered?
Wow, that's cool.
And like, that's what I want. And I want all the women to just feel like badass bitches, excuse my language, but like, you know.
I mean, it is what it is.
Like when they listen to it. And yeah, it's been a crazy journey. I also for the first time got on a couple Spotify like editorial playlists, which was really exciting. And just discovering this new audience that really vibes with this sound was surprising for me because it was definitely a risk, like changing it up and also changing up the branding. But I really did it very intentionally, and I hope that it's the start of like a new journey. Yeah.
I'm excited to see where it goes. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I'm excited about this new Jules era of music. So you guys be sure to check out Jules Aurora. New single Out of Your League is out now, and stay tuned for more coming real soon. And thanks for watching here on Front Row Live.